Hi guys, this is Namcraft. Welcome to the Starcraft English commentary. We'll continue with the series of Starcraft broodwar games between Bisu and Speed. This is going to be the third game in the series. If you have not watched the previous games, go ahead and check the links in the video description, or just check out the Laddernet 2025 series. This is all of the games that have been released over this year, and Laddernet is a concept that I pin, which is basically just Korean broodwar players playing on the Laddernet ladders. These are not part of any kind of tournaments. These guys are not even doing sponsored game. This is their warm-ups or things like that before they start the real game. So anyways, welcome, have a seat, buy me a coffee, and shut your door so that your wives and kids don't disturb. This game is guaranteed to be epic, but I will release it early for all of you guys viewing pleasure. This is going to be a rematch on the map Dominator. The first time these guys played on this map, the first set was amazing. Let me just quickly show you. This is the map artifact, and in terms of map stats, you can see that for Terran players on Dominator, they enjoy a 49.4% win rate. So very balanced map, and let's see how these guys will be duking out here. We are going to be looking at, of course, PvT, and Bisu is located at the 6 o'clock position, 7 o'clock position almost, and Speed is going to be located at the 2:30 position. Let's see how these guys could be doing. And by the way, we're going to be having the the ASL roundup 24 coming up very soon. We already have the groupings, so let me just quickly show you what that groupings looks like right now. But both Speed and Bisu will be participating in the ASL season 19. Very nice to have both of them appearing in this season. This is going to be a core coming up now from Bisu, and as for Speed, he's going to be going up to just for barracks. Both players are coming out to scout. Speed is scouting in the right direction, and Bisu is not. So the game will be continuing from there. Let me just quickly tell you about the grouping for the round of 24. So it looks like Speed will be in Group B, and Group B will contain Rush, Royal, Speed, and Hyun, 3 Terran players and 1 Zerg players, and they will play on March 25th. I will be casting those games, so please tune in to Starcraft, turn on notifications, if possible turn them on for all videos, because nowadays I have been attacked by several unseen forces almost, that you don't receive notifications unless you actually explicitly click show all videos or show notifications from this channel. Anyways, that is going to be Speed's group on March 25th, and then the next week on March 31st, we're going to be having Group D, and that has Light, Bisu, Killer, and Tyson. Very nice balanced map with 2 Protoss players, 1 strong Terran player, and 1 Zerg player. So that is going to be what we're going to be looking at for the next week here. But so let's just dive right into this game. We're going to be having this Dragoon coming out to chase the SCV. Both the players have taken an expansion. Only 2 Marines yet. For Speed, he has not yet made the 2nd Marine. He's a little bit cash strapped right now. He needs all of the money he has for upgrades, for building new technologies, but he will be making a vulture. So it's going to be a very standard opening here for Speed, just utilizing the vulture to make sure that the enemy stay home, not able to move out and do any kind of attack against the Marine forces. This SCV is gonna finally die, possibly by the Dragoon, but it's gonna get taken very far out. And is it gonna be the signal, I think, for Speed to start to move out? Yeah, it is. The vulture start to move across the map, and it looks like Bisu is invested considerable time to chasing that SCV. He needs to have a 2nd Dragoon. Of course, he will have it for sure, and he's going to be coming up to Robo as well. But the Vulture will be making some headways against this expansion. The Dragoon's going to have to block the path here. Very good for both the players to be dancing around. But this signals to Bisu that it's going to be a Vulture first build. The Vulture trying to go in. The Dragoons need to block the area. He does block it. He want to time it correctly with the return of the other Dragoons. And as for Speed, he doesn't want to try too hard. He just wanted to check if probes were getting transferred along the way, but probes were not getting transferred. Now they're going to get transferred. This Vulture is getting trapped. Oh my god, the Vulture sees that the Dragoon is there, so the Vulture is going to go back out and go somewhere else here, and he's going to try to, find a way to get home, or maybe just wait a little bit because the mine research is almost done, so he's going to start to lay mines. He wants to take a look at this 9 o'clock position. He wants to put some mines on it, and looks like now Speed is going to be doing a light S push here. It's going to be a 4 Marine, 1 tank, and 2 vultures. The second vultures is getting made right now. This vulture is gonna wait to put some mines. We're gonna be having a small moment of weakness here for Bisu. Bisu's gonna pay a lot of attention to this attack. The vulture's gonna come down. He's gonna lay a mine. He's gonna lay a second mine here so that this expansion cannot go up. Of course, he might want to lay a mine here as well at some point in the future. But for the time being, it's gonna be Bisu who is gonna be on the defensive here. Looks like the vulture is gonna group up with the 4 Marines. He's gonna try to snipe the mine. He got the mine. Indeed, he's gonna pull back. The 4 Dragoons here. So I think the moment to attack now from Speed has ended. Of course, he's gonna keep Bisu staying exactly where he is. We're gonna be having the shuttle. Not observers first, which is nice as well as double dragoon. So at this point in time, it is going to be slightly advantage in terms of positional play from Speed. He's got map control. He's gonna go around, go for some nice attack. Looks like he's gonna be laying some mines. He has not yet started the next upgrade on the add-on. For now, he's going to be building some tanks, and as you can see, also engineer bay to get ready for the counter-attack from the air coming from Bisu here. But he's going to be going for observers first, Bisu, as well as I guess he's going to be making just a lot of observers. Yeah, he's going to be making the second observers you can see already on screen, so that's gonna be nice. He's gonna come out. He sees that there's nothing. He could decide to take an expansion there, but it might be better to take this expansion on this other side of the map. The vultures are waiting to dive in. The moment Bisu goes out, he expands. Where he expands here? Where is he expanding? He's moving across the map because he's going to put a pylon first. The vultures are coming in looking to snipe that probe. The probe's going to get sniped. Oh my god, the probe gets sniped. Very, very good attack here. But for the time being, Bisu is going to be very careful because siege mode is not yet done. Only 7% done. The bunker's going to get attacked, but 2 tanks are here together with the bunker with 4 Marines. So it's going to be very, very difficult, I think, for Bisu to penetrate. Unless he's got more forces, but for the time being, he's gonna try to get up on this high ground. And Speed has done a considerably good job to delay this expansion. The expansion has been delayed so much, and both of these guys are doing nice cat and mouse actions here. But Bisu is gonna take this expansion. He takes it right away without waiting for the for the field of vision of the Terran player to disappear. This vulture, of course, is still around. It's gonna try to lay some more mines and stop the enemy from coming up to another base. But now looks like Speed has got everything covered. He is going to be waiting for the next part of the game. He's just going to wait for his technology to explode. More factories, more upgrades. And this is going to be Vulture Speed being upgraded right now. And more supply depot. Is Bisu going to be going to Reavers? I think that is going to be the case. He's going to be going for shuttle with Speed. The first Reaver is being made. Zealots are going to get produced here. Looks like Bisu is going to wall himself off, so he's got considerable coverage on the third base. And I think this is a rather balanced opening, but I would say the Bisu is slightly disadvantaged by the fact that he lost that first probe when he wanted to actually just go out there and make an expansion really, really quickly. Anyhow, for the time being, Bisu's got the positional advantage. He's going to come around, try to clear a lot of mines. And as for Speed, he's going to be going for a mid-game push here with 4 tanks, 5 tanks. This tank's getting lost in the corner, but as an observer, trailing the army of Speed is going to be able to see everything here. He moves out, and let's see what is going to be Bisu's respawn. He's got some Dragoons here. He's got finally, transfer probes to a new base, but he's got about 10 seconds before this battle starts. Where does he want to position his army? He would take this high ground, but he actually want to take this other high ground. But this pylon is buying a lot of time by just slowing down the army's advantage, and it looks like these vultures gonna try to get on high ground, but there's a Dragoon there. It needs to kill the weak vulture. What are you doing? Bisu is gonna try to drag the mine onto the vulture. He gets 1 vulture, but this other Dragoon is able to destroy those pylons, and Speed has taken this opportunity to go in here to attack. But we have the Reaver here, the shot-on Reaver. The Dragoon's gonna have to pull back right now. Need to do a Xenon dropping. He's putting back. There's not enough. That's gonna be a nice mine drag to kill the SCV. He's gonna drag another mine onto the Marines, maybe. He's gonna be a nice shot. Only 3 Marines remaining, but he's not dropping the Reaver. The drop is get dropped now. He's gonna do a good shot, but a number of Dragoons are thinning out. He does a great shot to kill 1 tank only though, but great mine explosion for Speed. Speed shows that his implementation of attacks is very good. He gets Bisu's cornered, and Bisu's gonna have to come around. He's gonna have to wait for more Dragoons, and this is gonna be the very tense moment. He's gonna come out now with double Reaver. He lands a strong Reaver first. He does some good shot. He gets 1 tank, 2 tanks. I think one of the Reaver died. No, both of the Reavers died. It's gonna be horrible situation for Bisu. Now he's going to pick up some Zealot. He's making more Reavers in the back. I'm not so sure how quickly to go, but this Vulture is going to start to attack. A great mine attack to kill some of the tanks, which is nice, but this Vulture is attacking against the probe line. Bisu need to start to attack, and there's going to be a mine drag. That mine drag was horrible. Bisu is in some serious trouble. Vulture coming through and destroying these probes. And ladies and gentlemen, I feel like this is gonna be possibly the end for Bisu now. These observers will be destroyed. The vultures are eating up all of those mines. What is gonna be the response from Bisu? He comes out finally with another shadow, but he's losing a lot of forces in the process. Bisu drops some Zelle. He drops a Reaver. The Reaver exploded right away, and no more mining activities inside of Bisu's base. Let's just show exactly what he can do right now. He's just gonna be clearing out some vultures, and he's gonna have to remine his base. He need to actually send more probes back in, but he's able to clear out the rest of these vultures. They all died. So I guess this attack has ended, but how much damage was that? Look at the supply differential, right? Because now Bisu's got 68 and Speed has got 64. He's going to be very careful. He's going to come out just to clear the turrets. At least this base for Bisu is completely wall out. So Bisu has not lost any probes on this base, but need to transfer probes towards the other new base. He need to make more observers to clear the mines in his minefield, because now Speed has got complete vision of the situation. As you can see, Speed has got vision here. He can actually try to run another vulture into it just to drive the mine onto the probe line. Yeah, 2 more vultures coming out, and let's take a look at Speed's base for the time being, because he lost all of his army as well in that attack. He traded it for a lot of probes, but his tech is moving up nicely. Finally, he's going to be having an army. This is the first army of the game, and we have science facility coming up already, and we are going to be having the dropship. This is a nice positional play, because for Speed, in this spawning position, he's very much inclined to go for drop here, because he can drop directly onto Bisu's base, whereas Bisu will need to kind of go around these areas and gonna try to come in. Looks like we're gonna be having scan from Speed. You want to see what kind of army positional you have, what's happening inside of your main base. You have cannons and so forth. Looks like Bisu has got a forge, but he doesn't have cannons in his main base for the timing. So that's gonna be the moment where Speed can come out with a dropship. His dropship is here. He's gonna load up some forces, and the Shadow's gonna come in, or the Shadow's gonna try to snipe an SV first, which is nice. But let's see how Speed will defend. He need to actually make some raid from that drop. He's on a starport, but he doesn't. This drop is gonna commence as Bisu comes in. Bisu doesn't find any kind of opening. We're gonna be having some dragoons coming up, but it will not be able to stop this dropship. I don't think the dropship comes up. We do have a cannon. We don't have a cannon, and the next wave of dragoon just popped. So these, okay, we're gonna be having probes getting transferred towards the third base now. So at least Bisu is on par, and there's not a lot of, okay, there's gonna be some dragoons here. It looks like Bisu need to return. The Reaver need to return. What is he doing? He need to return right now. The probes need to run away. The tank's gonna get loaded. Why are these probes attacking? The dragoon's getting lost in the corner. But anyways, these dropships gonna be hiding, and there's gonna be a mine explosion. Oh my god, that was terrible damage. There could be more mines coming up here, and it looks like Speed is gonna try to drive the dragoons onto that mine. There is gonna be another exploder that kills so many probes. There's a dragoon. There are 2 dragoons as well as a Reaver. He's gonna land, I think, a Reaver to kill the forces, which is gonna be nice here. And that's a dud. That's a dud, and this dropship will live for a while. But those 2 mine explosions really hurt Bisu in this engagement. Looks like the dropship's gonna come right too, but that once again is a dud. The tank will fall. And these sources are gonna get picked up. We do have a cannon, so very good for Bisu, because those dragoons are trapped inside that base anyways. Third base is gonna be coming up, and Bisu is ahead by about 15-ish supply compared to Speed. Not a lot, maybe nearly transfer supply now, because now he's got his 4th base and start to come up. And does he make cannons in the main? He doesn't even make cannons in the main. Okay, now he does. No, that's gonna be a pylon. He doesn't make a cannon in main. That's gonna be what is this? A forge, right? He makes 1 forge, and he makes another forge. He's making 3 forges. I don't know if this is a mistake or what. He's making 3 forges. Usually the Protoss player don't want to make 3 forges against a Protoss player. The vulture's gonna try to come through. This might be a mine explosion onto the vultures here. Yeah, that was a insane harassment. Only 3 probes remained in that group of forces, and now Speed is leading, I think, very comfortably. If you look at the supply difference, he's got very strong army. The only problem for Speed is that his upgrades are not that much superior compared to Protoss, because usually around this time Terran's going to be slightly ahead in upgrades, but it looks like he's not that much ahead in upgrades. And Bisu is going to be coming up to Templar Archive. Looks like his Storm Energy upgrade is almost completed now. He's going to be going for double robo. His triple forge is upgrading very strongly, as you can see here. All of them are skinning, but looks like these guys had a kind of a weird moment of lapse there. They were not in the game, but now they're back. And this is going to be the 4th base now coming up for Speed. The Shadow coming through, looking to go for some kind of openings here. But there's going to be a Goliath. Bisu's going to try to snipe this Vulture. That was a cute play, but not really necessary. He would land a Xenot, and this Goliath is going to come out. He would try to snipe the Shadow. The Shadow is very damaged. He need to send it back. And for the time being, would it be having a static moment here? These guys are not doing what they want to do. Where's the other commander? There it is, slowly floating over. And let's take a look at Speed's main base. He's got 1 factory, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th one coming up. He's running out of spaces. He's looking to go for counter air for any kind of attack coming from the sky here. During this time of the game, we should expect that the Terran, the Protoss player comes in with 5 or 4 or 5 shadows, dropping stuff all over the bases of the Terran player. But it looks like he's not going to do that right now. +2 weapons and +1 armor for the Terran player. And as for Protoss, it's just +1 right now. But a lot of upgrades are going to start to come up. The Goliath's going to be very vigilant on these shadows here. The Goliath's going to try to snipe one of the shadow, but Bisu's got everything covered. He's going to try one of Goliath. One of the Goliath falls right away, and Bisu's going to call inside the main here. There's going to be a duo dice. If he loses all of his dropship, I'm sure he's going to lose it. But how much damage can he do? The Vultures are waiting. He comes in now. Bisu, there's a lot of openings. There's 1 tank waiting. Zelle dropping and take up some of the the tank shot right here. But this tank will explode and die right away. There's going to be more attack. The Shadow has got 4 Hydra. He's going to storm all of this SV to death. It's going to be a nice attack. He goes for 1 storm. He goes for 2 storm. He kills every single SCV in this base. He might kill more. He kills 1 SCV here. He might want to kill something in the corner. He doesn't have any more energy. There's still more attack, and the Shadow picks up the Reaver and go and hide in the area. He cannot go out anymore because there's turrets here. Might as well just hide there, but so many SV were lost in the process. 2 of the bases by Speed has got empty SCVs now. All of them are destroyed. So that was a nice attack. And Bisu comes out. He's going to get ready to take an expansion. Bisu's going to take a base that is the closest towards his enemy. The Shadow flies out. Very smart for Bisu to use his weak Shadow to shield the strong Shadow. This is going to be the science, EMP upgrade. What is this? Irradiate or EMP? Just quickly check. EMP. Yeah, why would it be Irradiate? But just kind of looked like the Irradiate icon to me. More stuff getting destroyed here. Yeah, that was a nice attack from Bisu to slowly get back the advantages that was on Speed's favor. Speed has got very few SV, but the next attack is gonna look very strong. What is this attack looking? He's gonna move across the map, and Bisu's got some Dragoons who need to claim this high ground. The rest of his forces are not in the right position. This base will get sacked for sure, but looks like Bisu's gonna pick up a lot of his his forces here. Bisu's APM in this game is not so high, only 240. He comes through. The props need to run away now. The props are not running away. Why is he keeping all of his props here? He's waiting to go for the counter attack, but now he's gonna send them all back. He needs to. Okay, what is he doing? He's gonna come out, and all of these props are gonna get lost here in the process. He needs to send props towards his new base because he's already expanded here. He's gonna make more forces. So just use this time to I guess redistribute your probes to greener pastures. Do we have another base coming up here for Terran? No, we don't, but very good attack. So these gates are gonna get destroyed, and Speed is scanning furiously. He want to see where's the army moving around. What is gonna be the next angle attack for Bisu? Bisu is gonna come right in now, but these forces gonna return. Very smart for Speed to kind of unsiege at the right moment. Both the players are waiting here. The tank's gonna be charging. I don't know if this is the right moment at all for Speed to stay here. I think mission is already accomplished. He killed the base. He can just stay. It doesn't need to stay anymore. A lot of Zealots gonna drop. We're gonna be having beautiful storm. All of a so clumped up tank. This was a mistake by Speed to stay here way too long. The moment he destroyed that Nexus, he could have just gone home. But now everything's gonna get destroyed, and that was a nice trade for Bisu. Bisu actually doesn't care about this base so much. He can remake it, but he's gonna be mining from this base, which is what he really want to have here. So that was a nice attack. But Speed on his 4-base economy is also not looking so shabby, and he's gonna be making a lot of SCVs as well. Let's take a look at the upgrade situation right now for Speed. It is going to be +2 and +1 weapons still, and he's going to be going to +2 weapons very soon. And as for Bisu's, he's got +2 weapons, +1 armors, and +1 shield, and he's still upgrading from all of his 3 forges. And Bisu's is practicing really hard for this ASL. Keep in mind that he is not a player who accomplished much in ASL so far. Let me just show you. Maybe it's going to be possible to show you. Here are the top 10 accomplishments of players in ASL, and of course you can see Bisu's is not on that list. And if you look at how much these guys have been doing, and as you can see there, Speed has gone in 3 rounds of 24 and 1 round of 16. As for Bisu's is attended 12 round of 24, 11 round of 16, 7 quarterfinals and 2 semifinals, but he's not been in any final. So that's going to be the situation between these two players. But the next huge attack coming from Speed, he has cut Bisu's bases in half. Bisu's going to try to reinforce from the back. The high player need to cast a storm. It's got how much energy? It's got 2 energy. Can cast a storm and go for the storm. He does a good storm that affected 3 tanks. We're going to be having army coming from the low ground. This is the disadvantage from Bisu. The shadow's going to come right to. He drops some gel on. The next one is going to have high temperatures. He loses right away. He's able to cast some storms on the vulture, but this is going to bleed up so much of Bisu's forces. He needed to have a lot more of his shuttles here, but he doesn't have them. This is a nice positional play. In Starcraft, you know, sometimes macro matter, but sometimes micro, you know, attacking the right battles, being in the right place is more important. Now we have a Dark Templar coming through. Need to scan now Speed. There's a lot of weak tanks. There's going to be a lot of splash damage. He needs to attack the tank in the middle, not the tank in the front here, because the moment Speed scans, he will see that tank. The tanks are unsieging. That is exactly what I wanted to see. We needed to attack the Dark Templar with the middle tanks. These tanks have been damaged. These ones are a little bit more healthy, but there's going to be more, you know, vultures coming through to snipe the prop line. There are only 2 cannons, and now the vultures get, you know, within reach of the prop line. The props are running away. There's also going to be attacking here. What is going to be the next attack here now from Bisu? He comes with a Shadow. The Shadow's got a Reaver. He's going to try to save this base. Looks like Speed is not paying attention. Oh my god, these props will all fall together with the High Templar. What is the High Templar doing, man? What is it? He's going to just storm in the last vultures. And that was a very inefficient way for Bisu to kill his forces. Bisu is still waiting for the army to come back here. Speed need to expand and get another base soon. There's gonna be a Mind Drag that kills so many forces. That Reaver was too slow from Bisu. Look at the APM, man. Bisu's 270 and Speed's 470. Bisu is possibly like tying his shoes or something because he's not using the right APM. And now Speed's gonna come out. There's a Dark Templar now. He scans. He scanned. The Dark Templar need to attack. What is he doing? He's not attacking. The double Dark Templar goes through and they snipe those tanks very, very quickly, which is nice here. At the last minute, it looks like there's gonna be some storm just to, you know, kill up those forces. This Reaver is doing some good shot, but Bishus might be losing this base. But Bishus got two more Dark Templar coming out. He need to use his Dark Templar. He's not sending the Dark Templar. He's sending reinforcement from the back. So I guess this base will get saved. But Bishus has lost so many probes. His entire probe line has been cleared out here. Very, very unfortunate for Bisu. But I think this base finally is gonna get cleared up, and Bishus have finally won the battle here. But now Speed is gonna take this base, and supply-wise, well, Bishus is ahead in supply actually, about 772. But Speed is ahead in terms of bases. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Bishus got 1, 2, 3. This base was completely sacked here. This is like the sack of Constantinople by the Islamic army, right? Of the, what is it, 14th or 13th century or something like that. The sack of Constantinople was the most, I don't know, the most significant event in Middle-aged Europe. If you care about those kind of things, I don't. I just remember that random fact. Anyways, there's gonna be some Goliaths coming out to snipe the shuttle. We're gonna be having more attacks, and these vultures once again are still looking to attack. And okay, this base coming. I forgot about this base from Bishu. So Bishu's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. Got not a lot. He's got a lot of bases. He's got a lot of bases compared to the enemy's got 5. So in terms of bases, Bishu's is not doing so bad. Anyways, more vultures gonna come out, and we should need to resaturate this base. Need to make more cannons here because this base always get assaulted from the high ground. Alright, there's gonna be these vultures. You're gonna try to come around to do some nice attacking. What is Bishu's? He comes to, he's gonna try to maybe you know, harass one of the Terran bases. Let's see how that's going to be performing here. Bishus is still ahead by about 20 supply, 20 to 25 supply. He keeps on loading forces. Any kind of tech switch. We don't have any tech switch from Bishus. Do we have anything new from Speed? No, just continuously pumping of units here and trying to reposition and trying to win the battles. For the timing, yeah, this is going to be a weak base now for Speed, because any moment Bishu can try to snipe it from the air, trying to go for drops and stuff like that. Bishu need to rely on that in the late game. In the early game, drop was in advantage in favor of Speed, but in the late game, it's going to be Bishu who can actually drop this base very easily. And I'm very surprised that Bishu allows the enemy to take this base, because actually this base will fall to Speed. There's no way that Bishu can take it. I really doubt that Bishu can actually take this base. But this base, he should not allow Speed to take it because it's so close to him. But anyways, for now, Bishu's going to come out and he's going to try to clear this area. Bishu's going to get maxed out very soon. He's going to decide to attack here. Dark Templar coming out to snipe on the vultures, which is not bad, but it is attack. It might be commencing soon. He can actually drop some stuff from the air right now. I'm not so sure exactly Speed will respond to it. Anyways, more data is gonna get sniped. These vultures are being very smart. Speed is one of those players who's very good with vulture harassment. This base doesn't have many probes, and we should need to start to send probe. He does send it now. Those probes are being discovered by the minefield, but let's see if Speed can actually find a way to destroy it. But he's busy sniping some high timbers in the other areas. There's a single vultures here. They will start to attack against some probes, which is nice. He's gonna try to trail the probe line. There's nothing to stop. A single vulture can snipe every single probe, and looks like Speed is on it. He is very much vigilante here. He knows exactly the situation, and those probes have all died, and Bisu will need to remake a lot of his probes in a lot of his bases. Anyways, there's gonna be some nice attack, and this Dark Templar will finally kill this vulture, and Speed is gonna be worried about this base now because Bisu might take it. Looks like nice attack in the middle of the map. Speed is only engaging with only half of his forces because he knows if he can mine out this base, it doesn't really matter, right? He mines it out, he will have 5 bases, and Bisu will possibly try to take this base, but this base will easily fall to Speed. There's no way that Bisu could actually win this base. There's no way. More forces coming up too, and I was telling you, this base need to have more cannons. Just one cannon is not enough. Not really enough here, and this vulture is gonna get shot. It might even go inside the main. And they would trying to snipe some high temperatures here. That was very nice, and that was very painful to watch. And these vultures are still around, sniping every single probes. They will go inside the main. Oh my god, Bisu should have just blocked the main, and now every single probe here will get destroyed. And these vultures will stay here for a while. And Bisu will need to remake all of his probes, and that was really unfortunate for Bisu's. He actually now Bisu doesn't even need to micro his forces anymore. Just go away because there's no more probes that he can try to save. So just send a couple of dragoons and that's it. That's gonna be the end of the attack. But anyways, the next huge attack coming out now. I feel like this might be the end of the game coming up soon because this is gonna take up this base that has been under duress for so long. I have told you need to have 3 cannons here because in a late game, vulture harassment is so strong. And finally now Bisu is gonna come over with the rest of his forces, but he's not in the right position. He's gonna try to attack. Zelle attacking here, but they will bleed to death. There's gonna be a mine explosion against the vultures. And the last way that the Dark Templar is gonna return home. And Speed has played very smart for this position, just leaving 1 tank and not more. He doesn't want to waste too much force. He's gonna try to go towards this other side of the map now. I think Bisu will save this base, but he doesn't resend probes to this base fast enough. That is a problem. Anyways, a lot of tanks gonna come out, and finally this command center is gonna land, and Speed has got 6 bases. Bisu's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bases. So I'm going to be having a crazy attack in the middle of the map now. Nice, insane attack at the 26-minute mark of the game. And Bishu's lost all of his army. He did some decent trade though, not so bad. He kills a lot of tanks there. But I think it's going to be sweet. He's got the advantage here. There's more shadows going to come through. What is inside this base? There's going to be a shadow that's got some Zealot. He would drop some Zealot here just to drive the SCVs away. He would try to destroy the turrets and attack the other SCVs. Bisu doesn't mind fast enough, and it looks like Speed comes up with the rest of his forces. Like I told you, this base should have been attacked a long time ago, because if he didn't, he would be facing this kind of problem. This army can attack, kill this Nexus, retreat, defend his main base, and rinse and repeat. That's gonna be the situation here. Anyhow, Bisu is not paying attention to this top side of the map. He's not mining it. In late game PvT, as a Protoss player, you need to pay attention to economy. Economy is the most important thing, not army management. You need to be mining efficiently in the bases that are closer towards your enemy. This is not what Bisu is doing. And you know what? Like here, now finally he realized that he need to mine this base. He needed to just have more probes. And we've seen really strong players during the heat of the battle. They actually in the backside, like the back end of the IT company, they reshuffle their probes between different bases and make sure they're mining efficiently in the bases that are closer towards the enemy. And this is exactly what Bisu is not doing correctly. He's not mining. He needs to have more probes here, so that by the time the Terran players start to get to this position, for example, through this switch, he can evacuate to the back door and go back to his other bases. He's mining. Not so good here now from Bisu's. And yeah, he can actually attack this base now. We wish that he's not doing that. He's getting forced. He's going to lose his high ground. And once again, this was the graveyard of Bisu's in the previous attack, and he's going to be his graveyard once again now. Looks like the tanks are advancing. There's no way for Bisu to stop it. He comes to it, but once again he's on the low ground. He does some good storm though, killing so many Goliaths and so many vultures and tanks. Shadow droppings, a lot of Zealot. What is he dropping? He doesn't have anything inside the shadows. He would drop more stuff here, more Zealot dropping, and what are you doing? Drop your stuff, man. Drop your cargo. Okay, finally he unload his cargo. It's gonna be a storm against all of those tanks. Good storm, but it's nearly not enough, and Bisu is not fast enough. He's not fast enough. He doesn't have enough army, and he's got 2 items here. He will cast a storm. He needs to cast one more storm, and the tank's gonna retreat. He's waiting patiently. Need to attack now before he loses both of those items. He goes through. He drops one storm. He dropped. No, he doesn't drop another storm. He's gonna drop one more. He's gonna drop one more. He dropped one good storm against those 3 tanks, which will kill all of them out. The probes need to run away. And ladies and gentlemen, I fear for the worst here. Bisu is going to be losing this base once again. The Dark Templar coming from the back, but there's a science vessels there to support. So that's going to be the end of this attack. And yeah, Bisu is not mining efficiently anymore. He's got, he's got just this base. This base, for example, would never get attacked. I would not put many probes here in the mid to late game situation, but Bisu put a lot of probes there, and that was really, really unfortunate. Anyways, this shuttle's going to be returning home. Bisu is effectively just mining out of, well, this is his full mining basis, and I'm very surprised that Speed allows his base to stay here for as long as he does, because, okay, there was some storm drops in the midst of everything here, so that was very, very nice. Finally, Bisu's come out to attack this base, and this base should have been attacked a long, long time ago. A long, long time ago when there were no tanks there. Of course, there was no observers or anything like that. I could not see what was here, so that was the problem. I know in Starcraft, everything is happening so quickly. You don't have eyes and ears everywhere, right? But that's going to be exactly what happened. But this is going to be possibly the end of the game now. So I'm going to thank all of you for support in the last 30 days. And it is going to be the end of the game. And we'll see you in the next episode of Starcraft Commentary. This is going to be namkraftvn signing out. Bye-bye.